Hello, everybody. This is IdahoJOAT. We are on the Xbox, and we are going to be breaking down my favorite build of all time. This is the build that I believe I came up with. That's why I put my name on it. This is the JOAT build. There are two versions of this. Um, and you see our DPS is going down because I was kind of experimenting with it. I was talking with Agent Kane, and we were breaking down a little bit. He has a version that he was kind of rocking based off of watching Agent Welder on the PC and how going up through the levels we were using that uh, that essential build. So I've never done a build video before. This is the build that I used on this character on Xbox for about 3 years total. If you are on my YouTube channel or you're watching other videos, a buddy of mine, Luhe Sivad, I just call him Luhe. He and I, there was an instance in New York where we were on a heroic checkpoint. We cleared it, and three rogues came at us. And he was rocking the build, but I was rocking the Joe build. I don't believe it was with the Ninja Bike yet. It was just this vanilla version, and it held its own very, very well. It doesn't hit as hard as the Saint Elmo's. It doesn't do crowd control and whatnot like a Scorpio does. It doesn't have armor regen. Okay. If you're watching Agent Welder, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But let's get into the build. This is the vanilla version of the build, and you can see here we have the test subject. These two don't really matter. Your sidearm and your secondary, but the main purpose of this build, when you're up at the end game kind of thing, is really the hardwired. Okay, and the hardwired is a gear set that has 6 pieces, comes on all forms, but when you have a 2-piece, you get 15 skill haste. You get a 3-piece, you get 15 skill damage. Now, we don't, in this case, really care about the repair skills. What we really want is the feedback loop, and I'll explain why in a minute. So the feedback loop, whenever you use or cancel a skill, your other skill's cooldown is automatically reduced by 30 seconds, while increasing total skill damage and repair, but skill damage what we care about, by 10% for 20 seconds. Feedback loop can occur once every 20 seconds. So it will increase total skill damage by 10% for 20 seconds, and they can only have it every 20 seconds, right? So that means that essentially we should always have feedback loop going. Now on this, I have 10% skill damage and then critical hit chance. I believe you should always be rocking critical hit chance as much as you can because we're not even close to our max, right? As far as our critical hit chance, we're at 24.7 with a 57% crit hit damage. But that's okay, because this is not a DPS build. That's not what it's for. So that's what Hardwire does. As you can see on the vanilla version, right? Notice we don't have any exotics on this. You don't need exotics to be effective. We have a 4-piece. And notice I'm not using it for the backpack or chest talents, which are interesting. Let's go take a look at those. For the backpack Hardwire talent, Short Circuit decreases feedback loop cooldown by 20 decreases feedback loop cooldown from 20 seconds to 10 seconds, right? So that where feedback loop lasts for 20 seconds, but then it can only happen every 20 seconds. This takes it down to 10. But that's the only thing this really gives us, okay? Then there's a reason why I don't rock that. Let's go look at the chest. The chest for Hardwired increases feedback loop skill damage and repair bonus from 10% to 25%. Huh. So we can get another 15% skill damage by the chest. Why aren't we using that? Well, here's why. Let's just start at the chest. This is the named Hannah U chest. It is giving us, because we're rocking our 2-piece, this in the backpack, we got a 10% skill haste, 10% skill damage. Now, the attributes on here, I have skill damage and skill haste. Honestly, I would like to get rid of the 10% skill haste, but I haven't found a flat jacket that comes in better yet. Notice we have a crit chance, but the flat jacket, the main Hannah U chest, comes with Spotter, which amplifies weapon and skill damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. Kame Kaze, as of right now, is starting to dive into Spotter a little bit more. He uses Flatline a lot with the Kingbreaker, and the Kingbreaker has Perfect Flatline on it, which is you're pulsing enemies you aim at. This is just to pulse enemies, all right? And I will explain why. So remember that we have Spotter on here, so that's giving us the 15% for weapon and skill damage. Now, we're also rocking the Force Multiplier and the U Corporation. That's where the brand set that 10% skill damage comes into play because we have both of them on. Now, in this case, I have skill haste, skill damage, crit hit chance. But look at that perfect combined arms. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 30%. So when we shoot somebody, it is giving us another 30% of skill damage on top of this 10% skill damage for the Hannah U and the 15% applied by Spotter. Now, it also, look at that skill damage there, 15% skill damage, right? 10% skill damage as an attribute. Okay, so this is where the magic comes into play. We have our pulse right here, and then we have our drone right here. The striker drone is part of the magic. Effectively in combat, we send out the striker drone, and it starts hitting people. Okay? It starts shooting people. Now watch what happens when we activate the drone and send it out to hit a bad guy. It's going to do 74.926 in this case. So call it 75, right? 74.2. Oh, look at that. It critted for 54. Okay? And it's just going to keep hitting guys. It's just going to keep hitting and hitting and hitting. It's just going to keep hitting. Now, notice that's with everything, right? That's just the drone all by itself. It's hitting for 74. All by itself. It's going out there fighting people. But with our pulse now, watch what happens. We hit pulse enemies. Look at that. It goes up to 86. 86. Look at that. 86. Oh, let's hit it again. 86. Now, on pulsed enemies. Pretty cool, right? Now in the range here, because the guys keep going down, right? It keeps, and that's okay. Now, here's where the magic happens. This is where the test subject is highly overlooked. Again, Kami's been kind of using it for a while now, which I have this at 8% weapon damage thanks to expertise. But look at perfectly in sync. Look at what it does. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. We already have how much skill damage we have going on, right? We have 15% here. We have feedback loop giving us another 10%, so that's 25% total. Just with that, we have, I'm not even going to go into the attributes. Hannah U's giving us another 10%, so that's 35%. Combined arms is giving us 30%, so that's 65%. And now with the pulse, we're doing another 15%. So what we're at 65, so that's 80% skill damage with everything going. Okay? And then we add in the beauty, which is test subject. And that's giving us 20% by hitting. But then, when using a non-shield or damaging an enemy with a skill, which the drone is doing, we get 20% weapon damage. Look at that. So now our test subject is doing 20% more. Now, within sync, damage increases are doubled when both buffs are active at the same time. Ooh, what does that mean? That means the drone, right now, is going to do 74.9. It's going to do 86. Then, we start shooting. And look at what it does now. Look at what it does within sync. Look at what it does. 90. Oh, 117. It's doing 117. Isn't that crazy? 117. All on its own. All on its own. And what are we doing? We're doing 142 and 223. Look at this DPS. Watch the DPS go up. Oh, let's pulse. See what happens. Oh. Like we're eating through these targets. Right? We're eating through them. That is crazy. Crazy! Look at that. 223. It starts turning into a monster. Now I have a video. I honestly don't know why it's not. Veteran. Good beat. Look at that. Look at what it's doing. Oh. It is so amazing. Look at that. Look at all of them running. Hardwired, combined arms, and insane all at one time. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh my gosh. Okay, now, what we want to do is let's go do some actual gameplay. And again, this is the vanilla version. This is no exotics. We do not have Ninja Bike. We don't have anything crazy on. We're not rocking capacitor. Let's go and find a nice control point that's nice and easy. I don't want Toxic Alley. Well then, no. Sleeping Giant. What was Sleeping Giant? Nah. Maybe no. Flood Levy. Washington Monument would be pretty good. You know what though? We got. Oh, that one's already taken. Sinkhole. Sinkhole might be good. This one will work. Crash Site. Ready to go to the stronghold right here. So we're gonna go to the crash site. And we are going to check this build out in solo. We're on heroic. We have no fog of war. We have special bullets, right? And I think golden bullet's going right now too. That actually, I want to turn golden bullet off. Hang on, let's turn golden bullet off because I don't want it to
Hostile
mess up
a golden bullet.
numbers. But I want you guys to look at the numbers. And again, I can't stress this enough. What I tend to run, I believe in normal gameplay, I haven't crunched the numbers, but I see it working better with the Ninja Bike. And I will show you why after this little bit of gameplay. I have Ninja Bike on me, and I have my Empress gloves that I rock instead. Go Capital, we still have our directives on. We're still on heroic. Pop the pulse just to see what the bad guys are. That's all fine. We're gonna come over here. Alright. So we kind of screwed up a little bit because we didn't pulse these enemies here. We can see them all, right? We're gonna go right out in front here. We're gonna pop this. Now watch what happens in gameplay. The magic of this is that we want this drone out there all the time. Let me get rid of these guys. Pulse them. We're gonna start slamming them. Now look at it go. It's hitting for 134. And we're hitting for 180. Look at that. I see 900 numbers out there. 2. Go. Look at it go. What I really want to do, and look at that. Every time we interact with it, right? So what I really want to show everybody is, I want to show you guys, is what happens. Okay, the drone hits nice and hard, and it acts like a decoy out there. That's great. That's great, Joe. But what happens when that drone dies? What happens? Well, I will show you. But look how long it lasts. We're skill tier 6, so it's lasting a long time all by itself. We might get through this whole damn checkpoint without that drone dying. But because of everything, we can just keep pulsing people. Just keep pulsing. Why not? What's it gonna hurt? Not a damn thing. It's gonna be just fine. We're gonna heal up a little bit. Now, this is on heroic. This is a heroic checkpoint. All on its own. We don't have a team with us. They have special ammo on us. Look at them. Look at them out there getting. Oh, there it goes. Okay, drone died. Now watch this. Hardwired. That hardwired makes it so we just keep that drone out there fighting guys. And this thing loves to take the aggro.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Doesn't that suck? It just takes the aggro. And all we gotta do is hit anybody. You don't need to hit the same guy. That damn guy out there is really kicking my ass. He's too far for the drone to get. Let's pop the pulse. Send our drone out. Go get him, drone. Look at that. Look at that. 942. We're gonna die right here. But we gotta get that drone on him. Look at that drone hitting. Look at those numbers. For a pure skill build with 6 skill tiers. That's what this build does. And we are taking this control point all by ourselves. We don't have anybody with us. We don't have anybody supporting. Look at what the drone does. Watch the drone pull the aggro of that purple. Oh, yep, you want to focus on me? That's cool. That's cool. Look at everybody fighting the drone. Look at this grenadier. Bet that guy. Look at that. Now, I want the drone to hit the medic. Go get the medic. Oh, wait, you want to get people up? You want to go high? No, bro. You ain't gonna go high. Oh, look at the crowd control. The riot foamer. Go get him, drone. Go on, go get him. Watch him start hitting. Boom, 86. Well, let's all start hitting together. Doing 134, 117. Look at it go. Look at it get him. Look at that gold. On heroic. Look at him die. Boom. And we've neutralized. And we are perfectly safe. We're just hanging in the back. That drone is doing all that fighting. Now look at him. He's still at a third of his health. That drone is. Again, this is where the magic comes in because we are safe. On Agent Welder, you guys can go and look. We rock this build the entire time because it keeps us safe. Look, drone went down. Drone's back up. Go get him, drone. This build does require patience. It's not going to be a DPS build in any shape or form. However, what it will do, it will keep you safe. More hostiles? Is that what I'm seeing over there? Looks like... Is that gold hostile for some reason? I don't know why he's way the hell over there. That drone's gonna go get him though. Go get him, drone. Go get him, drone. And then because we just can't help ourselves, we'll keep shooting them too. Now again, after we take this control point, what I want to show is... I want to show when we throw the ninja bike on and the Empress. Because if, by any chance, you do have some exotics, like the ninja bike. Oh, get rid of that healer. Die, dude. Go get him, drone. We, meanwhile, are going to focus on that shotgunner. Shotgunner, die! Look at that, we're hitting him for 256. Critty. Take out the grenadier. Just focus on the drone. We don't care about it. Why? We don't care about the drone. We have so much invested in the drone, but why do we care about the drone? Because Hardwired is going to bring that drone right back as soon as it goes down. Oh, went down. Guess what? Back up. You thought you had relief? My drone? No, bro. Nope, you sure don't. It's just going to keep shooting you. That sucks. Oh, look, you're suppressed now. Oh, drone. Go get him, drone. Oh, no. Go get him. He's hiding. Watch him pull him out. Yep. he has to move. Now he's a target out of cover, right? We always want targets out of cover. Again, this isn't perfectly optimized. I only have this at skill tier 8. Right? It's at skill tier 8. It could be a lot better. And we could have some of these things re-rolled to not have... Oh, he's right there. I got him. Dang. That's okay. Watch this. Because it's a checkpoint. That leader's gonna come get me up. And the drone's still out there fighting. That drone is still out there fighting. Look at that. Look at him go. Now, what's wrong, though, is we need some ammo. It's really part of the problem here. We need ammo. Hopefully somebody drops some. There it is. Perfect. 198. Sweet. We'll get him, drone. And all we need is one round to hit an enemy. And that procs. Just one round. That's all we need. One round. We're back to business. Ooh, I'm out of time to roam. I'm out of time to roam here, guys. Because that drone might die by the time it gets. I mean, it might not be back. Too bad. It died. Now it's back. It's so great. I actually forgot, guys, how good this was. I've been rocking the St. Elmo build for a long time, but this is doing so good on, you know, heroic right now. It's a run. We're on heroic. ammo some players. Oh shit. Oh! Oh!
I'll watch out for you.
Oh.
Incoming
Proc.
backup request.
In sync. There it is. Get him, drone. Get him, drone. And we get to do anything we want now. We can go run around. We can go gather gear. We can do all sorts of cool stuff. Let's prop that. Let's blow up his backpack. Now, there's one major downfall to the Joe build. And that is, it doesn't have a lot of high quality DPS, right? You gotta be patient with it. You're gonna stay safe with the Joe build. But, the other big downfall. If you're dealing with Black Tusk, and there are EMPs, you might want to switch to another build. That is
Supply room
truly
access unlocked.
one of the Achilles heels of the Joe build, is EMP. If there's anything with the EMP. Dogs, Warhounds not so much when they explode, because of hardwire. So as long as you have the pulse ready, you can just bring that drone right back. Look at that crash back. Oh, it's companion. Look at that. That's kind of cool too. But it's not as good as combined arms. I don't believe. Not that I've seen. So, now, what's the next step? How can this get better? What I have seen in practice is the Ninja Bike. Now, what does the Ninja Bike do? It takes the place of crazy, not crazy. It takes the place of one of these gear sets, right? So not only does it give us, it gives us 13.6% weapon damage. It gives us more armor. It still maintains the skill tier. This has crit chance rolled on it, right? It is going to, though, still give us our 4-piece for the feedback loop. It's going to still give us our 2-piece for hand and heal, right? And granted, we lost combined arms. Don't get me wrong, we lost combined arms. But now we get to slot in this and anything else we want, right? So we just gained 4% crit hit chance, which is giving us 30% now crit hit chance. And it's giving us the Empress, which is skill health, skill damage. We got another 10% skill damage on the attribute. Like this is where this gets pretty cool. And this, again, I could upgrade this to skill tier 8 and get even more out of it. Let's do that real quick. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens on here. We want a tinkering station. We want to tinker. We want to tinker with our gloves. We want to tinker with this. Oh, well, we can't. Why can't we optimize? Oh, I want to. Oh, I know why. Because I'm dumb. It's under expertise. Let's go to gloves. Let's go to. Oh, you know what? I think we need named. Maybe it's not named. Nope, they're faux leather mitts apparently, which I thought were named. So if we could find a named Empress mitts, we could. Well, it says we could expertise it. Faux leather mitts. Expertise. Gloves. Not seeing them. What could we do? We could do our closer. Right, this is what we're rocking right now. With the perfect spotter. We could upgrade this guy. Yeah, give us more armor. Look at that. Obviously, we do our test subject for more weapon damage. We could do for just about everything. Let's go see what it would be like for our mask. Still not there either. How are we proficient in it? No upgrades active. That seems like a bunch of bullshit. Wait a minute, Empress. There's our faux leather limits. It's going to give us armor. So we could actually be getting a lot more armor out of these things. And you know what? We use this so much. Let's just go do that. Let's start to get armor. And more survivability. The point is that we could be a lot more survivable, I think. I mean, if we got all these other 25, I mean, our armor would be crazy, right? It'd be amazing. As it is if we do all these bits. 8% times 6, 42, nope, 48. 48% extra armor if they're all upgraded to level 8, which is what I have. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's amazing. Where's Hannah U? Hannah U. So, our flak check. Look at that. Armor. We're doing more armor. Check it out. Cool. But what I want to do, I'm going to do this one more time. There we go. That's fine. Let's go out and about into the world. And let's see. Oh, that's 7%, 2%. Oh, we could just get so much more armor on this. Our armor's already almost a mil. Okay. Now let's go. Now we have the ninja version on, right? This is the ninja version. Let's go do this territory control. On heroic. Granted, it's not a CP, but that's okay. We're gonna just do. I'm gonna get it to show how the ninja bike, I feel, seems like it hits harder. That's what it feels like. Feels like it hits harder. Not for certain if it does, but it feels like. Over here. It's gonna take me just a second to get over here. Okay, join the territory control. I'm on the. Yeah, I'm on the capital side. I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Oh, bad guys right here. Here we go. Watch this. Look at the hit. It just feels like it hits harder with the ninja bike. So if you have a ninja bike, I mean, it's hitting for 180, right? The drone is all by itself. Go back to the. We'll go back and we'll do this. There's our Warhound. But again, the Warhounds, oh good. Want to go out there? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, take him out. That's fine. And that drone is hitting for 108. Right? With a ninja bike, it hits harder. So if you happen to have a ninja bike, that's what I'll say. If you happen to have a ninja bike, you can still use this build and just put in the ninja bike. You can experiment with the different pieces, but it really turns into you have another player with you all the time. Like, it's hitting almost as hard as you are, which is crazy, right? Let's go. I don't think we need to go to the territory control. We're going to go back to the White House and we're going to get some actual hard numbers on it. Get that on video too. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Alright. We are at the White House. Let's go downstairs to the... I'm really happy. I've always wanted to do a build video on my Joe build. At the end, we'll describe what Joe is. Why it's in my name, why I call it the skill, or this build. Pop it. Look at those. Yes, numbers. Look at them go. $1.6 mil. Drone. Get him, drone. And it's just consistent, remember? We can be in cover and just be hitting this. That drone is going to go out there and it's going to get while we're safe. It's wicked awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so that is the JOAT build. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Leave questions, comments, give me your feedback down in the bottom. Yeah, and we will see you later. Thank you very much. Have a good